What's going on, everybody? Today in this video, we're going to be doing some more Civil FE exam review, and we're going to be focusing specifically on mechanics of materials. As always, I have some practice problems for you all today, and I want to get straight into the content. All right. So it says for this particular practice problem, determine the principal stresses and maximum shear stresses. All right. Before I get started with this problem, I do want to at least share with you why we're going through this particular problem, what topics we're covering, so that you know that you're studying the actual right material and doing some practice problems that are actually going to be helpful for you. So today we're looking at mechanics of materials, as I said before. There is a gnat in here, and I'm going to get it. But yeah, we're going to be doing mechanics of materials, and we're going to be looking at Mohr's circle today. I am probably going to make some more videos on combined stresses and principal stresses. And to be honest, I just want to go over those topics a little bit more before I try to share that information with you all. If you have not checked out the deformations video that I made, make sure you do that. And subscribe to the channel if you have not. We have literally went within like a 6-month period from like 100 subscribers to 900 subscribers, which is absolutely crazy. We are on the verge of hitting 1,000 subscribers. So if you are looking to pass your Civil FE exam, you're wanting some practice and some tips and strategies to ensure that you pass, then you definitely want to make sure that you subscribe to the channel. All right. So let's get into it. All right. So as before, I said determine the principal stresses and maximum shear stresses. Okay, so do I need my FE manual for this particular problem? Well, I don't remember like how to get principal stresses. Like I don't, given this box, and the maximum shear stresses. So I believe in the FE manual, I have kind of a diagram to go off of that is going to help me. So my answer is yes. So let's head over to the FE manual and just take a look at principal stresses and maximum shear stresses. All right, so if you do a control find or search through your reference handbook, manual, whatever you want to call it, and you do Mohr circle, it should come up under mechanics of materials. And you can see the diagram here. All right, so we're looking for principal stresses specifically and maximum shear stress, I do believe. So I see my principal stresses can be gotten here. I'm just going to take a little small, I guess, screenshot of these two. So I know I'm going to need C and R to get that. Okay. So really, if I need C and R, then I'm going to need all of this. So actually, I'm just going to take a screenshot of all of this. Okay, so I need C and R. So I got principal stresses, looks like figured out. All right. And I know that I'm going to need it's like sigma x, or not sigma x, but just normal stress x and normal stress y. And I'm going to need also a shear stress xy, right? And if you don't know what these terms mean, definitely you can use the manual to help you to find this information. All right, so looks like I will be able to get my principal stresses. What about my maximum shear stress? Let's take a look back at the FE manual. And the reason why I'm doing this is on your exam, you're going to be asked random stuff. So you want to use the reference manual to just help you out. Like, you're not going to know what they're going to throw at you on your exam. And so if you're able to just take what they give you and use the manual to kind of logically go through the problems, it's going to be a lot easier so that you're not stressing out trying to like force your brain to memorize the way to do certain problems. This is not the way to go for the exam. You really have to logically go through, see what they give you, and then like work through and get the answers from the manual. All right, and I'm just going to take another screenshot. It says the maximum in plane shear stress, Tn is equal to R. So I know if I have R, then I have the maximum shear stress. This also says that if we're working with 3 dimensions, then we're going to need some different units, but we're not working in with 3 dimensions. So I'm going to come down here and just put, so I like to gather all of my important just information. That way I have it kind of side by side. Okay, so let's get our first principal stress, and that's going to be C plus R, right? But I don't know what C is, and I don't know what R is. So to get C and R, I have to use these formulas here, right? So I'm going to need my normal stress X, normal stress Y, and I'm going to need to divide that by 2. Well, what's my normal stress X? We can refer back to our handbook again. From the diagram, normal stress X is pointed outward. And my normal stress Y is pointed outward. So that's the positive version of still trying to get over a cold. Okay. So looks like from our diagram, the normal stress X is pointed inward and is 80 megapascals. Okay. So that inward means that it is actually a negative. Okay. Negative 80 m. Okay, what about my Y? A normal stress Y. That is going to be a positive because it's pointing outward. And if you ever get confused about signage, always refer back to your manual. The manual shows you which way should be positive and which way is negative. Okay. What about my TXY? It's going to be 25 megapascals. All right. Now it looks like we now have normal stress X, normal stress Y. So now we can solve for C. So I will say C is equal to, okay, a negative 80 MP, okay, and then plus, what's my sigma Y? 50. and we'll divide that by 2. All right, what do you all get for that? Should be negative 15 megapascals. Right. Okay. So we got our C. What about R? Let's do R up above is equal to, and wish I had a square root symbol so this could be a lot faster. All right, you get the gist though. So sigma x again is negative 80. Okay. Okay, and then minus our 50 and then we're going to divide it by 2 squared. All right, and then plus, and then what's our TX? Okay, so it's 25. And then we'll square that. All right. And hopefully. All right. Let's get this solved. So I get negative 80. So this comes out for me to equal 69.64. And I don't, yeah, that's my radius. Right. And let's just look at the manual to make sure I know what R is. I think it tells us, but I just want to make sure. Units are pretty important. Okay. So yes. So R is the radius. And the radius of the circle. But it's still a type of stress. This is a diagram. All right, I just want to make sure. Okay. So just want to make this go by a little bit faster. So now we know our maximum shear stress. How do we know that? Well, we have R, and if you remember, the shear stress is equal to your maximum shear stress. R is equal to your maximum shear stress. So that's going to be 69.64. So we now know that that is good to go. So we have this. Just put a little check there. All right, so what else? Determine the principal stresses. Okay, so we have C and we have R. So now we can get our principal stresses. Okay, one of our principal stresses, A, is going to be what? Is equal to, got green going because we're going to pass our civil FE. All right, C is what? Negative 15. A. And then what is R? 69.64 megapascals. And that is what does that give us? 54.64. Okay. All right, so we have one of our principal stresses, which is 54.64 megapascals. What about our other principal stress? It's again negative 15 megapascals. Okay, minus 69.64, which is equal to 0.64. All right, so we got both of our principal stresses. Our principal stresses are pretty important because basically what this is saying is stress is acting on this particular section, and your principal stresses tell you how much, shear stress and basically normal stress that you need, or that is the maximum that you can have before your beam or whatever the applied stress is going on is going to cause your beam or whatever to fail. So these principal stresses are very, very important. Main thing is that you know how to solve for what they're asking for. They gave us the diagram, and from there we just had to write out our unknowns, use diagrams to figure out, okay, what is our principal stresses? What is our maximum shear stress? Can we read through the manual and tell what, what's the signage of our normal stresses? So hopefully this was helpful. I just want to pop in here and look at what we have next. I think I'm going to do, as I mentioned before, another video on combined stresses and principal stresses. Also notice that the majority of people that are watching my content is watching at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'm going to try to start posting every day, Monday through Friday, and just drop a video at 6. That way everyone's able to see it, come in, hop on, start studying, so that you're able to pass this thing. Just want to say I really appreciate you all for tuning into the channel, subscribing, and taking advantage of some of these practice problems that I am providing. Also wanted to let you know that I do have a series of resources, and if you have not checked those out, make sure you go down in the description box below and find the different resources that I have. One of which is a free resource that has 2 of the 14 different topics that are going to be on this Civil FE exam. Those 2 topics are dynamics and mechanics of materials. And I go through each of the different subtopics like kinematics, mass moments of inertia. And what I do is I give you videos, practice problems, practice quizzes with clear solutions to help you in order to master both dynamics and mechanics of materials. Now, with that, it's a lot of material, a lot of information. So I wanted to kind of give you a glance of what the full study guide is. Now, this is a resource for those who are willing to invest in themselves and save themselves hours of time studying the wrong material, studying the wrong information. In this study guide, in the full study guide, you have all 14 topics. You also have 2 practice tests that are 6 hours long that are going to guarantee you success with passing your Civil FE exam. So again, make sure you check out all those resources. I have an ebook, have some other things just for you all to hopefully ensure that you all pass on your very next try. Also, if you would like to work with me one-on-one, just signed a new client on, and I'm looking to create a ton more of success stories. Right now, I only have a few, but I know that with time, the more people I work with, the more people that are going to pass on their next try. We have people that failed 3 times, people that failed 5 times. And after working with me, they were actually able to pass their civil FE exam. What I did is I worked with them one-on-one. We hopped on coaching calls. I helped tutor them. I gave them resources to ensure that they passed. I pointed out some of their weaknesses. And so it's been really exciting, this journey. And so if this is you, if you're tired of failing, if you're trying to get back in the swing of things and you've been out of school for a little while, be sure to head over, book a call with me, book a game plan call, or just like a free consultation, and we can work out the kinks and get you with that EI behind your name. So again, thank you all for watching this video, and I will see you all in the next one.